D1b Jay, man, good to see you, brother.
You back at it.
Yes,
What's going on?
sir. Welcome back.
Always a pleasure.
How you doing, man?
Hey, it's been good. It's been good. You feel me? Been on the road. Just got back in town. Not gonna lie.
You were on the road? Where were you at?
We just went back to from Fresno to San Ho. Had a couple performances. Shout out to 559 Halloween Bash. Yeah, we just performed for a little Halloween stuff. But yeah.
Who were you there with performing?
Me, D1b Deuce, and another friend, Steez. Steez winning on the 29th, and the 30th I did a little solo performance. And it was an opening at the Tank Shop out in San Jose. Yeah, it was fun. Good energy, good vibes. You know, had people moving. Always a good time.
Is that the first time you've been on been on the road?
Yeah. It definitely is because my first little show, it was like a competition. I was just out in Oakland, so Oakland just right around the corner. But yeah, going out to Fresno, then doubling back to San Ho, it definitely was a little road trip. It felt fun. You feel me?
How many nights was it?
2.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, one night, 2 days.
But that feels like a trip. Yeah,
for surely did. And we got a little hotel. You feel me? We was turned. It was fun.
It's good. It's cool too because I feel like when it's your first time on the road like that, if you're with all your homies, people you love, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, exactly, and that's really what add some spice to it. Yeah, have people turn up with you. Yeah.
You played a lot of shows live before though, right? Like before tour or no?
What do you mean by shows?
Just like standalone shows, not not on the road, just like a set alone show.
I mean, I've done a lot of different performances since I was young, but whether it be dancing or playing the saxophone or that was the two main performances. But other than that, my first performance was the one in Oakland, the little It was a competition. I don't know. It just went dry. Yeah, it was a competition though.
So for these new shows that you played on the road, how long do you take to prepare a set? Like
honestly, so look, I'll be just going out there and doing my thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't try to prepare, do too much, because once I prepare, do too much, I feel like that's when I start overthinking. And I'm really just going out there. I know my music by heart, so it's not hard to rap my music and then just turn it up. I do that regardless. I'm always dancing. So
do you get nervous at all when you're up doing that?
So my first performance, I definitely did, bro. And I wasn't even. I'm gonna say I wasn't performing until I started to walk on stage. That's really when I started to get performance. I got the little butterflies. I ain't finna lie, but look. After that, once I got up there and once I start rapping, it's up. Everything is out of my mind. I'm just doing what I like to do, turning up, rapping what I got to say. And seeing people turn up, it just, it makes you want to motivate and, do more. And that's definitely what I've been trying to do. So it was cool to get booked, opening at that. So for Cash Shakur and 10K Kev, you said I told you in the last one, I like Detroit sound a lot. So opening for a couple Detroit rappers, you feel me? So that was a cool little experience.
Yeah, I've always thought, as I'm sure you can relate to this as a performer who obviously writes all of his own music and obviously raps every bar for bar.
Yeah.
It's probably a very different thing to see somebody go up there and lip sync half their song opposed to spit their entire verse. And I mean, it's cool that you don't have to prepare that much because you know all your verses and you spit them all. And, you're a writer. You're a writer first and foremost. And I feel like when it comes from a genuine place like that, people feel it more, man.
Yeah, exactly. And look, honestly, bro, when I get to a certain point where, I get bigger with this shit, because you feel me, as we elevate, you feel me, we get bigger and we get better at what we do. So now at this point, technically I've done 3 performances, you feel me? So these last 2 really got my foot in the door with performances as of, really getting used to it, knowing what to expect type stuff. So you feel me, once I get on the bigger stages, opening for bigger and even better crowds, you feel me, it's just gonna be more natural. So, and then I'm gonna start working in other things. Like I've been looking before every performance, I always watch performances, you feel me? Like I watch like people that's already made it, how they control the crowd, how they move, how they reenact, you feel me, all that type of stuff. And one person that really I look up to is Tyler the Creator, because that man, when he does a performance, it's like a movie on stage. Like that man, it's the background.
I've seen him.
It's crazy, man.
You seen him live?
I ain't seen him live, but I was watching on YouTube. I just be looking up, bro. and I can only imagine being there live, like you feel me, because you could feel it, you could see it's like the effects. This man got wind blowing, like he's like, I'm like, what the, like how is he, like it's creative. You have to really, it's more to it than just dancing on stage. And you know where I'm at right now is dancing on stage, but once you know I really get to where I need to be, I'm definitely gonna add more elements to my even my performances.
Yeah, I was at Outside Lands this weekend. Tyler was there. I didn't catch his set because I've already seen him, so I watched the Strokes play.
Yeah.
But when I saw Tyler was on the Igor tour, and when you talk about somebody who takes their performance and what they do to the next level, he's the definition of a performer, man. Like one thing that like I think about this all the time. One thing that he did. This was like when all the Igor songs were new and everything, so people were just starting to learn them.
Yeah. And
it was cool, but it wasn't like everybody knew him bar for bar because they were still new.
Exactly.
So he came out to Earthquake, and what he did was like he came out with his head down. You couldn't even tell it was him. And he just sat down at the piano. And he played the entire song on the piano. That man's
talented, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And what was crazy is by the time he was done, the entire crowd was singing it. So when he came in and came into the verse, oh my God, it was so dope. The energy was crazy. So, dude, if you can get to a point where you're doing stuff like that, and I mean, I know you're an instrumentalist too.
Exactly.
So you could definitely mesh those two together.
Man, I'm hoping because you know that's a lot of breath power. See, playing the piano is one thing. Going from playing the sax to rapping, man, I was having hard enough. I did 3 songs on my last on the little performance. I did 3 songs. By the 3rd song, I was already feeling it. I'm not gonna lie, you know. I'm like, whew, because I'm dancing around. You know, I'm rapping. I'm really trying to project my voice to make sure they hear me. But so yeah, it take a toll. But definitely within time, I'm definitely trying to bring my saxophone. If not, you know, even on performances, at least in my music. Because I done played the saxophone for Sada now. I had the fortune. My boy Will Hanaro out at the shop, he hit me up one day, called me up. He's like, hey, I got a song, Sada Baby. He needs some saxophone on it. You got time? I had time. Pulled up.
Yeah, damn well you got time, yeah.
I laid down some tracks. He picked out, you know, all the best little chunks of it, mashed it together. I'm still waiting to hear it here because, you know, Sada, he got hella songs in the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for that one to drop for Shelly. It was fire.
I remember in our last interview you talking about how you're a big Sada Baby fan. Was that a weird experience kind of meeting him and then learning to like collaborate with somebody who you look up to like that? Like, was that inspiring?
Nah, so he wasn't there. Okay. I didn't get to meet him, but even still, playing on the song that, you know, that was pre-recorded that pre-release that, you know, nobody's heard, you feel me? And, you know, being in the studio, adding my flavor onto it, knowing that I added, you know, my little touch on there, you feel me? If it surely was crazy, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm waiting to hear that, John. I'm for surely waiting to hear that, John. You gonna know because I'm gonna post it everywhere. I'm gonna let niggas know. Yeah, that's me in the background. But yeah,
I think that's really important for a couple of reasons. The fact that you're an instrumentalist as well as a rapper, it gives you the opportunity to not only just make money in one way as a musician, you can make money in multiple ways as a musician, and that can help you immensely when you're trying to grow. Like, there's so many people like I know who are instrumentalists that, you know, what they want to do is they want to be a songwriter or they want to be a producer, but because they play guitar or like because they play drums or whatever, they can go and do studio work to make a living.
Exactly.
Like, it gives you an opportunity to make a living making music before your music gets to that point. And
you can even be creating loops and shit. Like, it could be just little loops, and producers can take that and use it for beats or whatever they use it, you know, as a sample or whatever they use it as. And it's a wide variety of things you could do with instruments nowadays. So that's why I don't want to lose my talent, because, you know, I focus so much on my rapping that, you know, the instrument that you need hours of work. You feel me? To be a great saxophonist or instrumental or whatever you do, you need to put hours of work every day. Like, no days off, every single day. The greats, that's exactly what they do. So having to do that and then balance on top of that, you know, writing or creating music or thinking about planning a music video, this, that, and third, all these other things, you know, you feel me? It's a lot. So I definitely try to, you know, at least get my, you know, I'm trying to get my 30 minutes in or something like that. If not every day, every other day, or something, just so I can keep on brushing up, keep that talent going. Because if you don't use it, you lose it for sure. So
is that ever hard to balance? I mean, like, considering the fact that 1, you work full time, 2, you're, you know, a full time musician, and then 3, you're trying to, like you said, keep those talents going. How do you balance all that stuff? And I remember even our last interview, you were talking about trying to produce a little bit. Like, how do you balance all those things?
Boy, man, see, it's a great question. It's really, just doing it. I don't even know. There's really no method to this shit other than just doing it. You feel me? If you're really passionate about it, you're gonna find time. You're gonna find a way. You gonna do it. So then that's really all I can say about that. Yeah, but and as far as creating music with my saxophone, it's really finding the balance of what's the right track to actually, have my saxophone on. Because, of course, the saxophone, it's a smooth, mellow. It can be a sound or it can be used in a funky, whatever way. So I'm just trying to find the best way to also, connect to my audience so that they can feel and hear me. I just started making softer songs. I usually make, upbeat, harder songs. That's just my taste. But I just released a song recently, Letter to EB. It's definitely on the smoother side. So that's definitely something I would lay some saxophone tracks down for surely.
I want to ask you about the song and just that title and the lyrics and everything. Yeah. It definitely seemed like a more focused and more just concentrated effort at like telling a story on that track. Do you want to talk a little bit what that's about and what inspired you to create those lyrics and write that song?
Yeah, for sure. So I've been in a relationship for about like 2 years, going on 3 years now. My girl Ebony, EB, that's her initials. But there's been times in the past, you feel me, where maybe we separate, something like that. So whenever, instead of getting sad or whatever, you feel me, I use my talent to express how I feel. And Letter to EB was more like a message to her in that time where we wasn't together, and I was, I missed her. You feel me? So that's really what inspired that, John. It was really a message. And I've had it in the vault for a minute. Like, I recorded that a while back ago. Or not even recorded it, I written it. Or it started off from a freestyle, add on some writtens, held on to that because I didn't know what I wanted to do with that. And then recorded it. And once I recorded it, I realized, okay, yeah, it's going to be something. So I had to make sure I got a good visual to that. Tapped in with my boy Nico and True. Really, in the past music video, my boy True Visions, he's always bringing on new stuff, new lightings. That's my lightings guy. If y'all ever need lighting, tap in with bro. He's crazy. So
True Visions.
Yeah, for real. But he has shown me, because he showed me that he's like, I got these lights, bro. It's like these lasers.
I've seen those with your name.
He's like, I can do all this other crazy stuff with it. I'm like, oh, bro, next video, bro. Yeah, he brought him out. It would just happen to be the perfect vibe for it. I found a little spot. We got the name. We got the little layers. Like, it's crazy. It was crazy. The amount of stuff that we was able to do with that was crazy. We intended to have a green screen as well. Unfortunately, some stuff happened with the green screen footage, so that didn't get to happen. But expect some green screen footage soon, because me and Nico, we working. That's my man's. All three of them. That's really. I built a great team. You feel me? I'm really happy with the team that I have. They work great together. We all have the same vision. And we've been creating some real high quality stuff. Yeah, I'm happy to say and proud of every drop. And a lot of it, I give the ideas of it, but then a lot of it they run with and add their little taste and all that type of stuff. And I just I don't have any I don't have nothing to say. By the time once Nico sends me that video, I don't have to say, oh, can you fix this? Nah, yeah, it's ready to be dropped like every single time. So, and we all getting better every single video, every single song. So it's great to progress with your peoples. So
it's funny hearing you talk about like the process of how that visual came to be, because watching it I had such a different perspective. Like when I was watching that, I did not think those lights were shot live. I thought that was done somehow in post. I was gonna ask you how that was done, but it's always interesting to me to see how like just like visual creators use like props to make stuff that looks like it was done in post.
Exactly. And honestly, it was me even seeing it, I didn't know what to expect, because he from what I've seen from the video of the lasers that he was talking about, it was like it was a girl sitting on a car, and like the lasers were like shooting down on top of her and spinning. And I was like, oh yeah, I need that. But then when he pulled out the fonts and he was able to write my name out, and then he was either able to do some like other animations and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, we can use all of that. Like, he was trying new things out with it. I'm like, oh yeah, try everything out. I want to find out everything that thing could do in this video. So yeah, it was dope, getting a lot of different shots. Even had a little smoke machine, so it added the effects. We had LED lights. We always booked up really high quality stuff. So
is the budget getting higher for videos like that?
See, I'm not gonna talk too much. I have a great team. They mess with me. I mess with them. So of course I've been working with them for a minute now. So they definitely have gone up in price, but I be getting the same. Yeah, I get worked with, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it has been in the past though. I think the most I spent on a music video was about $1,200. Yeah. Wait, no, $1,000, and that was on the Talk My Shit video.
Yeah, well that's a crazy video.
Yeah, that was yeah, and even then Eddie Chapo, most of that price was from just off of shooting with Eddie, but now that
was the one with naval base, right?
Yeah, but even his price went up, to 1,000 right off bat.
Yeah,
and the reason why that was 1,000 was because I had other, I had True, and then we had the lighting and all this type of other stuff. But I haven't spent that much on the video ever since though. It's definitely been more cost efficient, but still high quality, and that's why I really like where we're going in the team that I rock with. You feel me? Yeah.
Did you pay to use that naval base, or did you just pull up to it?
So no, we definitely just pulled up.
Yeah.
I only paid for a couple of the spots that I've shot at. Yeah, most of the ones we just pull up, and then they either ask us to leave or we do as yeah. Honestly, like the Blockbuster video, I'm not gonna lie, that one was
Martinez?
Funny as hell.
I was looking at that. I was trying to because I swear I've seen that somewhere.
So no, it's out in San Francisco.
Okay.
Funny story about that. So look, the Blockbuster. So I record that video. I record that song the day I was going at it was like it was a big car meet out in SF. It was at the naval base.
Yeah.
So, but then I tapped in with another artist I knew. His name is Slim. I just tapped in with him. Hey, I'm going to the studio later on after this, but pull up if you want to. He pulled up. I had another artist I knew since I really grew up with, bro. It's Koozie, my man Koozie. He was already gonna pull up to do another song. Excuse me. He was already gonna pull up to do another song, so I'm like, bruh, we might as well all get that song together. And I already had my man D1b Jay, Daniel. He pulled up anyway, so all four of us, we pull up to the studio. Beats start thumping. Daniel start because he already had his little shit written down. I go next. I had mine written down. Slim. He put some shit together. Like he had some writtens from the past that he just mashed together, and it just sounded hard on it. Everything went smooth, and then Koozie read his shit in the studio as so it was all put together just right then and there. And then I was like, yeah, we gotta get a visual. So the whole time I'm just slapping it in my car, trying to like really imagine cause where the setting is gonna be, cause it was the vibe of the song, you feel me? It was hard, you feel me? So you gotta have a hard setting, a hard background, a hard video, in a lit video. It gotta be lit. So I need a fire. So I already knew I had to get True Vision for the fire. We had the flames in there. I needed a cool setting with some graffiti or something, you feel me, in the background.
Lots of graffiti there.
A lot of graffiti. So what I did was I just Googled, abandoned warehouse, and then that was the closest one. I was in the city at the time, and that was the closest one to me. We pulled up. It ended up being perfect. Yeah, and then it was up from there, bro. It was really up from there, and it was fun. It was fun most of all. I ain't gonna lie. It was really fun shooting that video. We was all turned. We was all having a good time, and it was a great video at the end of it.
Is that how you like to create when you're with a lot of collaborators, or do you ever send stuff back and forth? Because I don't know. I don't. Yeah. I don't have a good perspective on this. Got to make music. Yeah. But I always thought it would be hard to send a verse to somebody, have them send it back, tweaks to it, send it back again. I always figured it'd be much more natural and way easier if you guys are all in the studio at the same time, like you were talking about.
And honestly, see, I'm at the point in my career where there's the most of the chance where that's something like that would happen, where you're recording and sending something out, is if you're really far away from each other and there's really no reason y'all can get, or if y'all really just can't find the same time, the schedule's messed up. If you can't get in the same time in the same space just to really vibe, get something together, you feel me? That's where the it's more genuine, more real. You feel me? We getting turned together. We all okay. Yeah, we hyping each other up to get in that studio and rap that stuff. I feel like it's more. It creates a real piece. You feel me? And I would, if I have to record my verse and send it out, I wouldn't even really want to do the song unless I'm working with somebody that's really big. And even if that's the case, I'd want to fly out and record with you, so I can chop it up with you. You feel me? Show you what I'm about. I can hear what you're really about, because a lot of stuff that's on the cameras isn't real. So I chop it up. See what we're really about, and then that's how you really make connections and you network and you grow. You feel me? You don't really get to know a person just from sending the audio session out. And if you really just want that from me, then I don't want to. It's not a genuine connection. You don't really want to work with me. You just want my sound. You feel me? And I want to work with people. You feel me?
And you can hear that too. It's very. You can definitely hear the difference when somebody sending a verse back and forth, or opposed to them being in the studio together.
The mixes don't sound right.
Yeah.
And honestly. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm at the point in my career where I'm trying to work on my solo sound. I branched off from my solo sound and worked with a lot of people. I have a lot of songs with a lot of people now. It's just not out yet, but expect that shit to drop. But as of right now, I'm trying to start paving back to my solo stuff, just because it is harder. It definitely is harder working with a lot of people, because you feel me. That's a lot of different schedules to work with, especially when it comes to the whole thing, right, to recording the song, to recording the video, to even if you want to perform it, this, that, and the third, you feel me? So I gotta definitely build my solo songs, you feel me? I gotta get some more of them Johns. But yeah.
Is that part of the reason you wanted to drop Letter to EB right now? Because it was short, because it was by yourself and it was kind of a different tone. It was very different than most of the stuff on your album.
Exactly. And I'm doing a lot of singles right now. I'm not going to do a little project for a minute, just because I got my 2 projects. The next project I'm going to do is going to be something great. Yeah. It's going to be something that I'm proud of. So right now I'm just really working on my sound, continuing to build on my sound, dropping these singles, because I got a lot of singles. My sound has really just grown and matured, and you feel me, and I'm proud of myself in that, and it's continuing to mature with every song that I produce. So I'm holding them, making sure that they like same thing with Letter to EB. I'm making sure it's really what it needs to be before I drop it. And even with that, I need a bigger audience, because you feel me, I'm trying to really get myself out there. You feel me? I'm trying to get bigger promoters, bigger audience, because that's really what's going to help me grow at the end of the day. If I'm just keep on posting and it's not. I'm not gonna get a lot of the same. I'm gonna get a lot of the same results doing what I'm doing right now. You feel me? But even where I'm going, I've grown a lot. You feel me? Because people from my first album to my second album, and then to the singles that I've been dropping, I could feel and see that people have seen the progress in me. You feel me? And they for surely. You feel me? They rock with me more. I'm hearing people slapping my songs. I'm pulling up to Wendy's. People saying D1b Jay. You feel like
that happened?
Yeah, that shit happened.
That's wrong.
It definitely.
That must be a crazy feeling.
I ain't forget that Wendy's trip.
Yeah,
you feel me? But
that's damn near how you and I met.
Man, you feel me? Right outside Chipotle.
Yeah.
but yeah, bro. So I see myself going in a positive direction. But I feel like if I was to get more promoters to, push me, you feel me? That's really what helped me just skyrocket, you feel me? It's a bigger audience. And that's all I feel like I need right now.
I think you're right. I think the sound's there, especially as you were talking about how it's getting maturing. And, you're growing as an artist. And when you talk about maturing and, moving into a direction where you can drop a song like Letter to EB, do you fear that, since you're in the Bay Area and a lot of the time the expectation is just get on the mic and talk your shit, that people will say shit about you or judge you for making a song that's a bit more real and emotional and, is a bit more personal? And honestly, is that hard for you?
Yeah, nah. So I ain't really care. I ain't give a fuck.
But
when I put that shit out, I was surprised in the amount of people that really did like it, and they liked it for that fact that I spoke. It felt like there was. I'm a real person, because I am a person. At the end of the day, every person feels emotion, and everybody goes through whatever they go through. So for people to be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I could feel you on this one. I felt your heart on this one, and they rocked with that. And everybody picked a certain lyric out that really stuck to them. You feel me? Everybody had their own different bar. That's really what stuck with me, because you feel me, that showed that I had a lot of stuff to say, which I always know I have a lot of stuff to say. But people are really listening now. You feel me? They picking out, because you feel me? I feel like before, I always had my shit to say, but it might have just went over people's heads. You feel me? They might not have fully understood what I was saying or the bars I was putting out. But now, you feel me, it's really getting, they sinking in now. You feel me? They're for surely sinking in. And even performing, like really moving people, like it showed me. And it's constant, consistently just popping up. And people I don't know. I don't think people understand how hard it is to move people that don't know you.
Of course.
People that are going there to support somebody else or whatever it be, for them to move to you, especially in the Bay Area. Like, because we are, people standing up there looking at you just like that, you feel me? Standing in their own little corners, all
people are afraid to have fun.
Bro, yeah. You feel me? But for me to walk up there and, you feel me, really talk my shit, say what I have to say, and for people to dance and really, like, you scream, that shows that I got something. And I knew I did. In my whole heart of hearts, I knew what I did, but that'd be proving it to me. You feel me? And I just got to keep on going where I'm going.
You can tell yourself you're dope as much as you want, but it only means so much. When you can see it on somebody else's face and you can see what you're
people
creating.
Screaming, you hard as fuck. They're like literally screaming, like, you feel me? And it definitely do move me. It definitely did move me. And that's why just recently, that little trip, I'm glad I went. Because, yeah, like I said, it was supposed to be a big performance, but I ended up doing that John solo, even with some of the songs that was, featured with other people. So for me to still turn up with, doing that, like, it was a drive in me, you feel me? You gotta still go, besides all the odds, no matter what, who's there, who's not there, you feel me? Show out, you got the talent in the song, yeah. So it was, yeah.
That's funny that you mentioned you're supposed to perform with a bunch of people. Man. When you did that make the feeling after almost a little bit more like, yeah, like I did it anyway, like whatever?
Exactly. It showed that the talent is always within you and whoever you are. You feel me? If like I said, it's all about who really wants it at the end of the day. And in this rap shit, it's exactly that. It's whoever really wants it. If you're really gonna go out there to any and everything you can do, not to get into if you really like any opportunity is an opportunity. And even in that opportunity, that performance, I could have been like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go. But nah, and in going, I had met made connection with promoters. They tapped in with me. I made connection with more artists. That performance right there was the most genuine performance. Like, and it's crazy how shit worked out that way. But and I'm still happy as hell that I went and I showed out. They fucked with me. I'm for surely gonna get called back. I know that for a fact. I'm just waiting for another one. So expect some more shows. But yeah, man. It's just we doing what we can. You feel me? And I'm not easing up. I'm the type to any opportunity, I'm for surely taking it. And that's really what paves the way. You feel me? That's what I feel, at least. But
I think it's the truth in a lot of careers, but I think it's especially applicable in music. You need to take, as a small artist, take every single opportunity
you can't afford to waste none.
Every single opportunity for a show you get, you should be taking. It doesn't matter if there's 3 people in the audience or 3,000. It literally doesn't matter, because you would never know who could be there. I interviewed a band like 6-7 months ago. So some homies, Carpool Tunnel. Yeah. And they're big now. They're signed to a label and they're touring. They're professional touring musicians. And they were telling me something that was really interesting. They were talking about how every single opportunity they would get for a show in SF they would take. They were saying they were playing at least once a week, if not more. Exactly. And that's why they're able to make money as living musicians now, because they took all those opportunities. Another good example, a friend of mine, Lance. He played a showdown in LA a couple weeks back, and he didn't know this, but somebody in the crowd gave him a massive I can't speak on anything, but he gave him like a massive opportunity for something else. And it was crazy because I remember it's just weird looking at like opportunities. People were like, should I take this opportunity? Should I not take this opportunity? But it's like, you could take that opportunity and somebody in that crowd could give you a way bigger one. You just don't know who's watching. And it's the same thing for putting out songs or, putting out visuals, whatever. You should put everything out because you never know who's going to fuck with what. That's
very true, bro. And that's very true. And that's exactly what I be telling myself. And I'm glad to hear you say that because a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people don't have that in them to just, regardless of what, some people have egos, you feel me? They'll look at something and be like, oh, I'm bigger than that, or I'm better than that, or why am I here, you feel me? Not knowing something like that where you really not bigger than anything right now, bro. If you really, if you have somewhere you want to be, you got to take every step to get there, you feel me? It's steps, it's levels to this shit, for real. And I say it a lot. And the people that I work with, it's levels. You feel me? You can't just if you doing something, you can't just halfway do it. You gotta fully do it, especially with this music shit. If you want to be successful, because there's no cut corners. You feel me? We up and coming, so you gotta really come with it, like and really come every single song, every single video, like and that's what I do. I try to change it up. Every single song, every single video is gonna be something different. It's going to be a different theme, a different setting, in some way, some different effects because I work with the right people. You feel me? And that's why I'm proud to say, you feel me? And that's why I know it's going to catch wind. I'm different. And once all the same shit gets boring, people gonna look for something different. And then that's when it's gonna be my time to shine. I'm just waiting.
It's so dope that you realize that, and I think it's so valuable that you realize that sometimes you gotta put your fucking ego aside and you gotta take opportunities, man. You can't think you're bigger than anything because you don't know how big something really is until it happens.
Man, couldn't have said it better myself.
There's just no way to know. Every opportunity can mean something. Something that you thought could be something that you thought was going to mean nothing could be literally change your life.
Exactly.
And you just don't know until it happens.
And that's why we keep going. We keep grinding. Any chance I get to shine, I'm going to pop out. And I'm going to definitely bring my people with me because that's definitely what I do. You feel me? And yeah, you going to see us on Billboards soon. Not to sound confident, or not cocky, but we confident with it.
Confident. I like it.
Really
I like
what
it.
Is.
Not cocky, but confident.
Exactly. Because like I really don't feel like I'm better than anyone else at the end of the day. I want to work with people. Everybody that I work with and everybody that I see coming up that really puts grind and effort into what they do, I respect that and I want to work with. Like, and just some people off the top of my head, that kid Roro, that I see him doing this thing. He from, I'm not gonna say where he from. I don't know exactly where Brody from, but also visionary. She gotta get back out there. I was trying to work with her in the past. She took a little break. She need to get back out there. If you're watching this, I'm trying to think who else. A whole D1b crew. We doing our thing. Who else? Baby, I'm reckless. You need to get out there and drop some more stuff. She got some stuff for y'all here. I'm not gonna lie. We got some collabs for y'all too. But yeah, whole team, everybody that's doing what they gotta do and really grinding and putting in work. You feel me? I respect that. I'm trying to work with y'all, and yeah, we go up together. We push each other to get where we gotta be. That's really where we need to be.
And you're there soon enough.
Yes, sir. You feel me?
Yep.
Very soon. Very soon.
All right, let's talk about your new album a little bit. First off, congrats on the release.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it. I personally, I think it has way more levels than your last project, and it's dope music, man. So congratulations on putting it out.
And that means a lot because everything I do, I try to get better at. You feel me?
Of course.
Every song I try to make better than the last, and I try to really get my point across better. And with this upcoming project into whatever it is, you feel me? Because I'm still planning it out, mapping it out myself, because I don't know exactly what I want to say yet. And that's another thing with my music now. Now I'm trying to actually say some shit, you feel me? There was a time in my first album, I was really just rapping. I had some bars in there, but now I'm really trying to, have some things to say, you feel me? Because I live a life, you feel me? We all through life, we all go through what we go through, you feel me? And we all have a story to tell, you feel me? I'm just trying to tell my story, also tell where I'm trying to be, and manifesting where I'm going, and feel me, also by saying where I'm at, if that makes sense. Manifest where I'm going while also rapping about where I'm at. And that's definitely what my next project gonna be really based on. The struggles I go through and also where I'm trying to be. But I gotta paint that in a right picture for people to actually hear and also rock with and enjoy. Because it's more than just getting your point across. You feel me? You also, I want to make something that's enjoyable, something that they can play in a club setting. Even though I'm rapping about shit that you feel me, I'm really trying to say.
To mix.
You feel me? Exactly. And yeah,
that's interesting that you say that. I'm trying to, it's gonna bug me. I can't remember who said this. Somebody I interviewed, but they were talking about how they think the biggest improvement in their music from song to song is that they have more lived experience.
Yeah.
And I think that can change everything. Like sometimes it just all you need is something more to say, and then and for that to happen, you need something in your life to happen to you, or something else to change.
From my caddy to my Jag, I rap about that a lot, man. I even post or say about a lot about what happened with that, but I actually got in an accident with my Cadillac.
Wow.
Yeah, I got hit in my rear passenger wheel, spun out. It was a little intersection. I spun out. I was good, of course. Luckily, but the car was in total loss. You feel me? Little side airbags went off. Wow. That was my baby, my favorite. That was my first car. You feel me? I got that all me, but insurance took care of me. Mm-hmm. So I was luckily, I was able to get my little Jaguar. I bounced back. It was a quick bounce back though. I got my next car within 2 weeks. So but yeah. So even something like that happening, you feel me? Me rapping, from the caddy to the Jag, shit like that. Exactly. You live through shit, you can rap about it and tell your story through that. And I haven't even gone into that through my music yet, but I was going to definitely tell a little story about that and also other shit that's going on and happened, you feel me? But I
know you were saying you were good and everything, but
yeah,
having that experience, does that make you think about every day when you wake up a little bit different? I know it doesn't sound like it was something serious enough to where you could have been killed or whatever, but does it make you kind of look at stuff a little bit different?
Bro, if a show did and not even specifically my situation, it definitely made me more on guard, for regardless, because it doesn't even have to be your fault for something that happened.
Anybody, yeah.
But also there's so much shit has been going on lately. People been losing their life. Honestly, people I've been knowing it seems like every day or every other day somebody posting RIP somebody new, and it's kind of scary. You feel me? They all young, they all around our age. You feel me? Is whether it be car crash or politic and gun violence, it's sad to say. You feel me? So it definitely got that. All of that shit got me on edge more than anything else, because it's crazy. We all young, you feel me, and we too young to be posting RIPs and type of stuff like that. It's real type of shit. So I definitely be careful. I tell all my people be careful. They tell me be careful. We all just we doing what we gotta do just to be successful. Live a good long life. You feel me?
I know this isn't directly related to what you were talking about, but yeah, I remember a while back during the protests and everything, during the Black Lives Matter, the protests during when everything like that was going down. I remember you posting some freestyles and some music in regards to that topic. Being a black man in America, especially in this day and age, does that make you look at things differently and be on higher alert?
See. Yeah, and especially, honestly, yeah, you feel me? I was raised correctly. And when I say that, I say in the correct way that a young black kid should be raised. And it's crazy to say that, because it's different lessons to be taught. You feel me? When you get pulled over to do certain shit, you feel me? Make sure that your arms stay on that motherfucking steering wheel. Make sure that your, the registration license, all that's on the dashboard. No reaching, no fast movements. Yeah. Even when you talk to police, or even when you in certain areas, the way you talk, you feel me? It's a lot of lessons to be taught, you feel me? And some people ain't taught it, some people are, you feel me? But yeah, definitely, because it's a fact that, that's why I like that you brought that up, because honestly, it's been a minute since I put that video out, but that stuff is still relevant today.
Of course.
It's definitely still relevant today, and I kind of want to revamp that, because I've listened to that, not recently, but not too long ago, and I do remember, I do hear even my delivery, you feel me, the way I rapped it, my delivery's gotten way better. So if I want to remake something, even if it's a song, not similar to how Lil Baby did it, but something on the same level, you feel me?
Lil Baby did it.
He did a great
crazy,
way.
Yeah,
but he
that
did,
was awesome.
Lil Baby, he did it. He's just a great artist. There ain't nothing to say about that. Yeah. That man, any beat he touched.
He's been on a roll lately. Every
boy.
feature, everything he's put out for the past
Them
3 months has been
features be-
fire.
5,500 degrees. That's my bro. He had the hardest verse on that job.
That one with he just put out a feature with fucking 42 Doug that was fire.
Oh yeah, they be working. They be working.
Nah, he's hard.
Yeah, but I'm trying to definitely do like a D1b way. You feel me?
Yeah.
And in my flow, because I definitely have my own little flow that I feel like it delivers it different because it's that Cali flow mixed in with some. My I don't know what to call it. It's just my little mojo. That's all.
How do you think you would attack that topic differently now?
Honestly, I wouldn't. I don't even think I would attack it much differently. Just as much as I feel like I would. It's really my delivery. You feel me? Like I feel like when the way I rapped it, I don't know what it was. It just irked me. And I don't know if it's just because I'm my own biggest critic at the end of the day. But I just feel like it could have been more smooth. I liked what I was saying. There was nothing wrong with what I was saying. It's just the way I was saying it. I wish I wasn't reading it off of a phone. I wish I just had. Because now I'm glad we worked into that. Because like even with my writing, you feel me? It's to the point where I can write something and like it would take me like a day to even up to maybe a month to write something like for real. And now it's taking me an hour, an hour 2 at most. You feel me? But like I can get a song done. My quickest one was like 30 minutes. Literally my boy sent me a song, sent me that beat. You feel me? And then I memorized it by like the next day or a day after that. You feel me? And even for that, like it takes. Usually it would take me way longer, so I'm getting faster with my writing and my memorizing. I could be even faster. I'm trying to get faster, but to go back to what I was saying, like I wish I would have memorized my verse rather than reading off the phone. I feel like my projection would have been better. It's stuff that I've learned even from like making videos. I've recorded a lot of rap videos at the end of the day now, even in the car, so I know how to do it now. I know how to do it now. I've learned from, all my past mistakes and the things I've done.
Do you feel like you're still learning?
Oh, yeah, every day. Every day. And that's why I like to work with other people because I get to see how they work and how they do what they do, you feel me? And sometimes you might find a more efficient way of, what to do, you feel me? And you don't got to necessarily take that, but definitely, take heed of it and, use that. It'd be dumb not to, you feel me? And that's definitely, that's definitely what I be doing. But I do see that I'm definitely very efficient, and just by the way that the people I work with, because I can tell when they've had a bad day. I don't know if they work with somebody like I'm talking like studio wise, like my boy Jay. Like I done walked in from a couple sessions with like people, I don't like the vibe is just different, and I never thought about it that way till like how many artists and different artists, like videographers and producers they work with at the end of the day. So it's like probably a whole bunch of different vibes, a whole bunch of different people that they work with. They might have some favorites, they might have some people they might not necessarily want to work with, you feel me? So like just making sure that every time I go in there, you feel me, I'm definitely bringing a good vibe. And on top of that, I forgot where I was going with that. I just ran with that joke.
Do you think part of the reason that you become so much faster creating, like, has your process changed at all? Like, did you, like, I know you're a writer. Yeah. But are you at a point now where you're freestyling a bit more, or are you still, like, you're just writing faster?
So, like, I'm definitely writing faster. I did do a little freestyle song. Me and Baby I'm Reckless, we recorded one. It was just for fun because we had some time to burn in a session. I'm definitely trying to work in some more freestyling. It's really, I've done it in the past, like with what was that song called with Lazy Smacks? Can't Stop Me or Stop Me. I don't know. I don't even know my own song. I got so many. You feel me? Exactly. Yeah. Stop Me.
I hardwired you. I know your music better.
See,
than you.
my man. See, look. That's how you know you doing that the right research. But that song was completely freestyle from beginning to end, and that was just, it was easy. Like, it was just easy at that time. And now, I don't know. I've been on so much of my writing, working on my writing, my freestyling. Like, I can freestyle in the car, but when you step in the studio, it's a little different because you hearing yourself. It messed me up a little bit. I don't know. But I stick to my writing. Definitely got faster with it. And I definitely got better with it, too. Like, my double entendres, I'm trying to get more of my, I'm trying to have some more shit where you have to run it back, like, wait, what did you just say? You feel me? Like that's what I'm shooting for, exactly. But yeah.
On your new project, I know like we were talking about, a lot of the songs have like more of a meaning than your previous work. Was there a message that you wanted to spread with the entire body of work and the title and the cover art? Like, was there one thing that you wanted to say with the album, or was it a lot of things?
Yeah, so I wanted to make a sequence, you feel me? The whole even though they weren't really connected song wise, I wanted those two projects to be a
conjunction,
exactly.
Of sorts, yeah.
So the first album being called Stay Sleep, me talking about the world, like, y'all might not know the talent that I got to show yet, you feel me, type shit. So that was all of my first songs, all like the songs like I've had in the past that I might not just like put out. Like that was really like a throw together, like a bunch of shit I just haven't put out yet. So it was just, that was Stay Sleep. Good Morning World was for surely something that I actually put a little bit of time into, you feel me? That was all the songs that I felt like, okay, yeah, at that time, you feel me, had potential. I really was rocking with, or it was like some collaborative songs that I definitely wanted to get out. So that's why I made sure it was called Good Morning World, because like that was more my real introduction to what I felt like my sound was really going to become, you feel me? Because I was, this whole time of me rapping, every song I'm like finding my sound. Like it was a search to how I feel like I really needed to sound, a certain beat, a certain tone of voice. Like when you first rap starting out, like, there's so many different ways you can go with it. So Good Morning World was more my first project where I felt like I started to find that sound. So but even since then, my singles now, you feel me, that now my singles are coming, and like my sound it's like the same sound, but it definitely is like a little bit more mature. That's what I feel. And that's what also I've been told from like the people that I've shown the songs to, and that's what also is making me more excited for this next project, for whenever it is to come out. I'm sure it's gonna be something I'm ready for, and I'm waiting for me to get that bigger audience for me to put out that next project, because I know it's gonna be something that's worth listening to, you feel me? Definitely. Not that all my stuff is worth listening to, but that one specifically, because I'm constantly trying to improve. So yeah. Do
you think that's the biggest change from your first project to your second, just the maturity of the subject matter of the songs?
Yeah, exactly, definitely. Yeah, because there most of the songs on my first album really had no real topic. It was more me just talking my shit, saying what I felt like I had to say, or riding the beat. But now I'm talking about subject. Like even my storytelling song, me telling a story, you feel me, trying to, do that. Like it's different type of stuff, you feel me? I'm trying to work into my music, definitely.
Do you feel like you had to get that out of you? Like to be able to get to a point where your sound's maturing and you're kind of, pursuing more of a subject matter in your music? Like, do you feel like first you had to, in your early music, just kind of get on the mic and talk that shit first, and then get all that stuff out, and then after that, eventually that becomes, I'm sure that becomes less interesting. You start to talk about, like, what else can I talk about? Like, just what I do in my day-to-day life. Like, do you think you had to get all that out of you first?
Definitely, bro. Definitely, for sure. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not even when I was, talking, doing whatever I had to do, like, it still came from a base of, of what was going on, but like it was just like not organized. Like, you feel me? Like it was just.
What do you mean by organized?
I mean, like one bar I'll be rapping about the color blue, then the next one is like the color purple, or not even the color purple. I'm rapping about the apple. Like it was like all over the place. Where now I feel like it's more, consecutive. Like I'm like the bars, they lead up to each other and they make
telling
sense.
A story.
You feel me? Exactly. And I even if it's not like a story, like it just all aligns. Like you can, from the beginning to the end, like it's all what it is. You feel me? Like it's all on a similar or the same topic at least. So like that, and it's not even on purpose. Like that's not really what I'm just shooting for. It's just more when now that I'm in a. Wow, I just thought about it. Now that I write so consecutive, maybe because it's just on the same thought point, rather than in the past, it'll be different moods. Like, cause like I said, it'll take me days sometimes to write shit. I'll go back to it, add some more stuff. I might be on a different vibe or different energy, so it might. That's why it was just so scattered rather than one sitting just writing that joint. So
that would
it's
make
all
a lot
the
of
same
sense.
vibe. I just thought about that. So I mean, it kind of, that's where I've been at.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you now that you're writing songs quicker, do you tend to like go to a song with the intention of talking about a certain topic, or do you kind of just, start writing and see what comes out?
Definitely. Yeah, I shoot for a topic. I don't hold myself down to it because I let myself creatively, go wherever I need to go. But I definitely will shoot for a topic. If I can get it, that's great. If not, I'll probably get it on a different instrumental or something. I like to go by the instrumental too. How the beat move me is really a big standpoint how that song's finna go. Cause the beat is the number one thing. I gotta find that beat that makes me move. If it don't make me move, I'm not rapping on it. Like for real. Like, cause then I have to force myself.
Because you're a jazz cat.
Man, you feel me? Hey, it probably
gotta have swing.
It definitely do. If it makes me move, then it's a rhythm to catch. But yeah.
I remember we were talking about last interview. You starting to produce a little bit. Have you kind of gone up in that process, or are you still working with a lot more, other producers or getting beats from the internet? Like, what is your instrumental search been like recently?
Get on your shit. By next time you watch this video, you better be knowing how to do what you gotta do. Cause I'm not gonna lie, last video, bro, I was so motivated in that producing way, but then I just fell off. I have my little board still, but it's just been collecting dust lately. I need to get on my.
The honesty.
No, for real. Like, I've been so focused on so much other stuff, but no, I definitely do want to get back on that stuff. And even if it's not me, somebody else in my collective, like D1b Deuce, he played the drums, so it'll make sense for him to get on that keyboard or whatever it be and really produce beats. So if not me, then definitely him. We definitely gotta get on that, so we saving money, time, and we building skills that need to be learned anyways. And what we do, might as well.
Where the majority of the production on the project come from?
Oh, the shop. Jay Bands. Shout out to Mixed by Jay. For surely, he did probably like about 90% of that job.
Wow.
I haven't worked with any other producers since it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I worked at a lot of different studios. Got the feel for a lot of different producers. You feel me? And how they move, how they do things, and a lot of them have been great, but like the shop feel like it's comfortable. It's for sure.
And where's that at?
Comfortable. It's right out in Richmond.
Okay.
So it's not too far, but it's
a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive. But yeah, I enjoy it though for sure.
How often you been in the studio lately?
Oh man, I went to the studio like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Just this past weekend, we was out of town, so I was moving around with that. But yeah, not too long ago, I was just in the studio. I'm probably gonna get back in there real soon. Right now, I'm on my production stage for I'm trying to get the videos out for the songs. Cause I got hella songs I gotta drop. I got some good ones too that I'm really excited about. That's why I'm really trying to focus on getting those videos out and then creating. Like, I try to give myself, I don't want to give out too much sauce, you feel me, it's my sauce. But like, look, if you starting off making music, this is what I do. Record at 3 to 4 songs. Because out of those 3 to 4 songs, you're going to really fuck with at least 1 or 2 of them. The one you fuck with the most, record a video. The one you fuck with the least, record a video. Because I promise you, the one you fuck with the least might actually be the one that other people mess with, right? But get some advice on it first. Like ask somebody that you feel like will give you some honest advice first. But definitely put out the one that you least fuck with. Once you record those two videos, put out the one you fuck with the most. Then hit the studio again, record 2 more songs. Then wait a week or 2. Then drop the second video that you got. And while you wait that other second 2 weeks, for that second video, record the other 2 ones that you got. Then you got a whole train of videos to keep on dropping, and then as well as time for you to go keep on hitting the studio, record new ones. And that's how you just consistently start putting stuff out, you feel me, and keeping your audience listening and keeping yourself look like you a consistent artist. That's what I've been, doing. That's what I'm trying to get the people I've been working with to do. Take it or leave it. That's game right there. But yeah, you feel me? That's what I would do for sure. But yeah, that's what I've been on though. So I got some videos in the vault. Letter to EB was one of those videos I was just in the vault that I just dropped. Same thing with Talk My Shit, or not Talk My Shit, Blockbuster. Yeah. But yeah, so we recording some more right now.
On the new project, are you planning to make all the visuals somewhat consistent for the songs, or like, are you trying to have them like in lane with the cover art, or
you
like
asking the right questions? And definitely, most definitely, and that's also why I'm planning so much about it. It's more than just the music at this point. You feel me? It's really, I want it to be art, because it is art. Music is an art, so I wanted to treat it as such. I don't want to just use it for, the money. It's more about it. Like I want to show my creativity through my music, and I have a lot of creativity to show, and especially because I'm working with some creative people, man, I got to use their creativeness too. So I'm trying to use all of that. But most definitely, and it's gonna be a lot of planning. It's gonna be a lot of talking, a lot of mapping out. But so whenever it comes, just know it's coming hard.
Who did the cover art for the new project?
Yeah, so I actually work with the same person for that. My boy OC Wolfie Productions. He's actually from out of Maryland. So that's one of my Maryland connects. I really don't even know how I got tapped in with Brody. I think he knows somebody that I know, because I knew him since my Instagram when I was out in Maryland for my senior year of high school. I think I followed him back then. But yeah, he's just insane with the
good at it's just crazy,
and he's his own. He got his own style with it too. That's why I really fuck with it, because everybody got their own like there's a song cover seem to be alike nowadays. You feel me? If a song covers, they all got the same little fonts, the same little looks, the same little caution, like this, that. Like I feel like with him, because he got his own actual style. Plus he's not even really from the Bay Area, so it's like a different style. That's what makes it so different, and I like it because like it's. I like that I like his style. I just give him an idea of what I want. He runs with it, gives it to me back better than what I expected. And I'm like, yeah, every time. So I work with bro. He does all my cover art. So if I have a cover art, bro did it.
What was the idea behind you holding the globe like you were?
Yeah, so I wanted to just really project that the world was in my hand. I got it. I do got the merch on. I don't want to do too much, but I do got the little.
You're not doing too much. You're not doing enough.
The cover art on my back, just cause definitely, bro.
Where can they get that merch?
Oh, so it's coming real soon. You getting a jacket too, bro. Getting a jacket, so you gonna see some on the page. We gotta create them, but
it's about to be rocking that on all the interviews.
You feel me? Nah, but look, we got. It's gonna be. I'm gonna promote it on my D1b ENT page on Instagram.
Yeah.
I made it. We got like a couple followers. I haven't posted nothing like that yet because we waiting for really the brand to launch. Once it launches, most of it's gonna be on their website wise, whatever. It's gonna be definitely on D1b.ent. You feel me? Find it on there. But as for the album picture though, I really wanted to show that the world was in my hands. You feel me? I felt like that people have so much potential. And not even just me, like you and everybody. We all have so much potential. No, for real. Have so much potential in what we do. And the world's really in our hands. And whatever you do, you feel me? You just got to really just take that shit by the neck and do it. Like, you just got to keep going. Keep being consistent. And, like, just really just do what you got to do. And you going to take over for and whatever you do. And that's really what, Good morning, world. Waking up the world. Got the world in my hand. You feel me? I'm looking at it like, you feel me? Good morning, motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Like, we here. D1b. We
like that Kanye song.
No, for real.
Good morning.
Yeah, I love that song, too. But, yeah, bro.
The consistency thing, I tell people that all the time. I feel like you and me share that vision in a lot of regards in terms of the consistency thing. I tell people, I say this all the time. You can do something. What's going to set you apart is how long you do it.
Exactly.
The amount of motherfuckers, and anybody watching this can relate to this. You can relate. Anybody in this room can relate to this.
Yeah.
The amount of fools who start a clothing brand or start a this or start a that or start making beats, and then they make a little Instagram for it, and then it's a thing for 2.5 months, and then it's gone. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's consistency, man. It's picking something and doing it. And going and going and going and going and going and going and going, and you can't stop. You never know when the tipping point is gonna hit. You never know when everything's gonna change. It could be tomorrow. It could be the next day. But what's a guarantee is if you stop, you'll never find that point.
Exactly. And that's why I tell myself every single song, every single day, just to keep pushing. Because like I said, I hear it in myself, I see it in myself, and I also see it in the way people respond now. Because like it is different. It definitely is different from what it was. You feel me? People definitely are feeling what I gotta say. they're reacting more positively. It's always been positive reaction, but now it's on a broader aspect. Like people really putting respect on D1b's name. They look at me. It's not Jelani no more. Now it's D1b Jay. You feel me? And it's different. You feel me? It's definitely something I'm adjusting to. But yeah, yeah, bro. But I'm enjoying it every step of the way though, cause
you have to.
Yeah, definitely. Even from going from having no shows to opening, like the opportunity is just showing that my talent is getting me to where I need to go. You feel me? I just want to keep on going. That's all it is.
That's a huge thing too. You have to have fun with it, enjoy every step of the ride, because otherwise you'll stop. If you don't love what you do, man, you will never get far enough to where it matters. You have to love what you do. You just have to.
Exactly.
And if you don't have the love for it, you should find something else.
And I was tired as I don't know what, boy. Cause I was up all night, then going driving on the road. But it was, like I said, I enjoyed and people got tired. People didn't want to do this, didn't want to do that. But I don't know. It wasn't that much for me. I feel like I could do, because in my head, I was thinking like, I'm going to be at the point where I'm taking flights.
Yeah.
So this ain't nothing, man. I got this is me preparing myself to what's to come, for real. And
manifest.
That's how I look at it. That's really how I look at it, bro. But
are you big into manifestation and speaking stuff into existence? Because I feel like you talk in the future in the same way that I do a lot. Because I tend to do that a lot, to be honest with you.
Let me tell you something. So I start off in the Cadillac, right? Songs, my one of my like earliest songs, like Run It Up, like talking about I always rapped about the Jags, like never really on purpose, like it just somehow rhymed with what I got to say, but I always would rap about Jags, this, that, and third. Like you'll catch it in some of my earliest songs. And I got that car on a whim. Like I was kind of mad. I was down. Like, damn, I love this car. I don't even know what I want. Like, how am I going for a Caddy and no car? Like, well, what am I like? What am I gonna go from a Caddy? Like, and I said, fuck it, we gonna go with the Jaguar. And then one day I was listening to one of those older songs. I'm like, wait, I've been rapping about this car for a minute, and I even think about that. And like me seeing, like, I feel like I really manifested that Jaguar, like, and I love it. You feel me? It's treating me well. I do like that car.
Sick ass car, man.
Yeah, people responding real well. They love the Caddy, but I feel like a lot of people compliment the Jag too.
Jag's clean.
It is clean.
Yeah. The white,
yeah,
like
and it got a little cream interior. Yeah. I got keep it clean, cream though, because you feel me, motherfuckers be. But anyways, that's besides the point. But yeah, so I feel like stuff like that, it definitely has been manifesting. So I'm looking at that smiling. I'm like, oh yeah, I already know what's to come then, because I got to keep on rapping about what I'm trying to achieve. And this, like I said, I feel like I'm gonna achieve it. Yeah, and I hope that I inspire other people to achieve and do whatever they gotta do to achieve what they want to achieve. Because like I said, I see a lot of ambition in a lot of people, but I also see them letting things that happen on a day-to-day basis get in the way of what they feel like they gotta do. And I really want them to understand that it's really up to you at the end of the day. Like I can sit here and tell you, I can't like to say, let's say there's another rapper out there that has a lot of talent, you feel me, but they don't have the drive. I can't sit there, get the studio sessions for you every time, tell you, oh yeah, you need to go do this video, oh yeah, you need to do that. No, you gotta know and have to want to do that shit on your own, because that's what's genuinely gonna make you successful, because you control your act. I keep on getting close to the mic. You control your actions at the end of the day. You feel me? You are in control of yourself. You feel me? You're in control of your success and where you go with your life. So I'm only here to push you, but you gotta want to do that shit yourself. You gotta be able to take the knowledge and use it and run with it in your own way, or don't use it and find better knowledge. Because I don't know everything, or not everybody knows everything, but you can pick and choose from what's real and what you feel is false or fake. You feel me? And I just really want the people out there, especially that I've dealt with and I'll be talking to on a day-to-day basis, continue to do what you do. I know they've been working hard, but continue to work hard. You feel me? Because we all trying to get to where we need to go. Definitely.
That's always something that's really hard to deal with. It's like taking people who you love and you're close with and you want to succeed, but just don't display the drive and trying to push them. It's it can be a tough thing to grapple with when you're working so hard and you want people to come up with you, but they're just not willing to put in the same work as you are, and you want to bring them along for the ride, but they're not willing to.
And then it's a battle, you feel me? And not even in my situation, but for somebody in that situation, you either have to choose whether you continue to push those people or you continue just to say, is my energy being wasted? And so I just continue just to go and do what I have to do to help make sure I'm flourishing. Because you can only try as hard, you feel me, to help somebody else. If they don't want the help, then you can't really, there's not much you can do. But fortunately, I'm around people that, you know, they definitely 100%. Do try to take in that knowledge, you feel me, and use it. And I see them using it. Yeah.
Was it hard for you to find that team of people that you really rock with? Because I know I understand that when you have a dream and you have a vision, you're building something, you can't do it alone. You just can't. But it's really fucking hard to find people who care about your shit as much as you do.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's some real shit. Cause like I done been through a lot of different, you know, people just because I feel like they didn't take me as serious as I took myself serious. Like that, like, and that's the same thing with the shit that I be going through. Cause like I be feeling like even with the most recent performance I was talking about, I wonder if that was Rolling Loud, would you niggas would wanted to go? Yes. Okay then.
That's a good way to look at it.
So it's like everything, whether it's big or small, I think of it as it's the biggest capability it could be. So even for like when I was first starting out my music videos, working with past videographers or whatever they do, and them being like, or like wanting to reschedule or like just not feeling like shit's not serious, you feel me? It definitely did want me to branch out and to work with different people. And when I ran into Nico, you feel me, he was recently starting out with his catalog and stuff like that, and I was still growing with my music and stuff like that. So us working together, you know, him telling me his, you know, me seeing his style and him telling me his advice and what he thinks, you know, his directing, like he directs too. He does a good job. You feel me? And I seen that. I was like, oh yeah, this is something, a quality I want to keep. And he's genuine too. My thing is always genuine energy. You feel me? I could tell. So, and even with like recording music, you feel me, being in other studios where like you could tell if your session is being prioritized or if they're gonna keep on like pushing your session back or they're willing to, you know, work things out with other artists but they can't work something out with you type shit. Like that's why I really fuck with The Shop, because at the end of the day, through the people that I've worked with, they've been the most genuine and been the most real. I done got from working with the biggest producers to the niggas that's just starting. Like, you feel me? Like they all treat us the same. You feel me? Whether the biggest artists or the smallest artists, they all treat you the same. And we all smoke too. We smoke good. We rap good. We have a good time. You feel me? And it's cool. But so yeah, it's definitely trial and error. For sure, trial and error and finding what you need, where you need to go. For sure.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really hard to find a good committed group of people, especially when you were speaking on somebody, you know, being genuine.
Yeah.
You don't know if people are in it because they think you're going to be big or because they really rock with what you're doing. And it's really hard to find somebody who cares about what you care about as much as you do. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible, to be honest. And you, at a certain point, you got to accept that, and you got to understand what you're looking for and what you're getting. But I think the big thing is that you want to find somebody that cares about your vision, like somebody who sees what you want to do, and they want to be there for that. They're there because they want to create something with you, not because they want to be there when you create it.
Honestly, yeah, that's a really big part of it. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. I really feel like you gotta work with people that you also do see potential in. The reason is because naturally you're gonna always put your all. And if you, and it has to be, and when I say potential, it's not just, oh, I see something big in you that I want to leech off of. No, like, you have to genuinely rock with somebody and be like, okay, I see where you're going with this, and I see it working, so I'm going to help you in this way by trying to give you the best that I can to help push that, whatever you're trying to do, in the direction that you want to get to. And me working with producers, I see the potential in me, so they're putting their all in the mixes, and then working with videographers that see the potential in the music that I create, so they're putting their all in the edits in the video. That's also what's pushing my video to, you know, and not even my video, but my overall production to like get better. Because you feel me, people see that I'm getting better, they want to get better with me, and also okay, yeah, like you feel me, it type shit, and that's a. I see potential in them as well. You know, I see Nico becoming bigger as Musical Lemonade or them. You know, all the big, you know, all them. You feel me? And I definitely see, you know, J Bands being as big as all the biggest producers. You feel me? Because like, and that's why we also enjoy working with each other. Because when you're working with people that are also professional, it helps things move a lot faster.
Of course.
And especially just talking to Nico and him telling me all the people he worked with, like he might work with somebody that's drunk all the time when we're recording a video, so they don't even remember some of the shots that they did were bad. Now he has to put together a video rather than, you know, me actually being alert, knowing what's going on, helping him, and we're also feeding off of each other creativity. Or, you know, exactly.
And you respect each other's time. That's a huge thing. That's like the biggest thing for me. It's when anybody. I'm looking at the camera right now. Anybody who's watching this,
right,
who has hit me up about an interview,
right,
or I've hit up about an interview,
right,
and then you ghosted my shit, and then 3 months later you texted me trying to get an interview, because there's like 6 or 7 people that have done this.
Yeah.
You're never getting an interview.
That's all I'm saying.
You're not getting. No one's hitting you back, and it's like you take my time for granted. I'm not gonna value your time, and that's just exactly how it is. Time is the biggest asset. It is the biggest priority for anybody trying to start a business, anybody trying to make music, anybody trying to be a creative professional. Mm-hmm. Time is the biggest thing because you can't get it back.
Yeah, it's the money maker too.
No matter what. Yeah, no matter what. Yeah. So you wasted my time. I have no interest in working with you. And I take it you're probably the same way.
No, yeah, all mamas and bro, and that. I don't even want to get into that type of shit because like I'm so inclusive. Like I was just talking to my mom the other day. She's like I could like I normally don't show my music to like my family. I let them just find it on their own. You feel me? I'm not gonna like be like, hey, you feel me? Look. But like there's a couple of videos I show moms, and then like she'll be like, I can see how inclusive you are even in the videos, and I am very inclusive. But I feel like also people that take that.
What do you mean? Like you just want to include everybody? Like
as much as I can. If I rock with you, I want you to be a part of the success. You feel me? And if I see something in you, I want to work with you, and I want to make sure that I'm pushing you in a good way. And even for Blockbusters, like that was my session. You feel me? There's a lot of artists that might be like, oh, everybody put in for this studio session, everybody put in for the music video. Nah, the way I see it, I'm finna do a song regardless, and I'm finna get a video to it regardless. All you gotta do is show up and show out. Some people can't even show up. And it's like, bro, I'm putting my money out there. I'm not even asking you for a dime, and you can't even show up to the motherfucking video. Or show
anybody who doesn't realize how big of an opportunity that is an idiot. Bro. Anybody who doesn't realize that if you're putting the money up for the studio time or the video or the props or literally everything, and all you got to do is show up, you're just it's a waste of time because
that's the type of shit that made me not want to work. People like that are never
going to be changed.
Yeah. And that's what type of shit that made me not want to work with certain people, or even if I was to work with you, it's like I can't see. I don't know you. I feel like you ain't take me serious. Like you feel me? I'm trying. Like that's me displaying also your talent too. You feel me? And like I put all of my videos, so it's gonna be a high quality, good video. So all you gotta do is pop up, bro. Like and I don't know. And it's not even just for that. Even like what I was saying with the show and like all this like that. It definitely is, you know, curving and paving my, you know. I learned through everything. Everything is a learning experience, and I'm not no cold-hearted nigga at the end of the day. I'm not gonna be like fuck everybody, but I definitely am gonna like take heed and take note of certain things, and you know, you remember certain things, just like you remember the good. People remember the bad too, and it comes with life. You feel me?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm still happy in what I'm doing, and I'm proud of myself because I'm going in the right direction, and I'm happy at the people that surround. You feel me? All the people that's still out here supporting day one, and the ones that's, you feel me, the new ones, because there's a lot of new supporters. You feel me? That's really rocking with me, and I want to appreciate them too. I want to really appreciate everybody that's rocking with me.
I love your energy, man. I think it's gonna get you so far.
I hope so, cause that's all. I'm not changing. You feel me? Yeah. All I'm trying to do is get bigger with it.
Don't change yourself for anybody.
No, yeah, of course, and that's what I'm saying. Cause a lot of people are weirdos.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people are weirdos. I'm gonna say that 3 times. A lot of people are weirdos, and I don't think they realize that they're the weird ones. They think other people, no, you being weird to me. What was that term? I ain't being weird to you. You being weird to me. So yeah, but yeah, we we try to be genuine around here though, for
yes,
sure.
Sir, yes, sir. I want to ask you about a specific line on your project. As a matter of fact, the first line, like the very first line on the whole thing, I'm gonna quote it here. I wrote it down. It says, "2020 was the year till it wasn't."
For surely.
I want to ask you what you meant by that.
I feel like everybody, 2020 was that big year. That's the start of the new decade. You feel me? It sounded cool to say. It flowed off the tongue for surely, and everybody was hopeful. Once it was New Year's 2020, I feel like that was one of the biggest, at least in my year span, that was one of the biggest turn up sessions I've seen for at least people wide. Everybody was lit for 2020, and then it just ended up being a bunch of bull, like I ain't never like from the jump, like
the worst year
people
ever.
Dying to diseases to cop injustice to like it was so much negativity bottled up in 2020 that I felt like, but there was some people took the positivity from it and still made good from it, which is good for them. But overall, it was just a lot of negativity. People like it was crazy. So. Yeah, that turn 2020 was the year till it was, and it just was a look back on like all the stuff that happened in the past year. You feel me? And how hopeful I started off, at least. You feel me? Thinking like, oh yeah, 2020 this would be this, that, and the third. Then I can't even go outside. You feel me? I can't even perform. You feel me? I can't do none of that type of stuff. So yeah, it was basically that.
I love that bar, and I like that you started the project off on that note, because I think it encapsulates like any project that somebody's dropping in these past 2 years. Kind of has that. It will always have that stamp on it, Like I think about all the people who like. You ever think about this? Like when we'll look back in 35 years and see pictures of people with masks.
Yeah,
like
bro.
That'll be weird. It'll always have that stamp on it. It's like 2020, 2021 is always gonna be like you said, like that year till it wasn't. It's always gonna be like what could have been.
Exactly.
And I don't want to call it a waste, because I don't think it was a waste. Like do you think that you took any positive things out of 2020 and just the pandemic era? Like, do you think like you took the advantage of it at all?
Honestly, keep it up, man. Dang, man. I'm trying to think. I ain't really I ain't take nothing from 2020 other than hustle harder. Like every 2020 either made or broke you. You feel me? Like, and a lot of people, it either made them or broke them, and it either made life really harder for you, or it allowed you to tone in on what you had to do, so you actually became better at what you did. And honestly, bro, I feel like all I did was grind. You feel me? It gave me time to write. It gave me a lot of time to just create. And even if I wasn't recording it because of some reason or during specific times, even if I wasn't recording it down, like just being able to create and be in my own zone, I feel like that's the only positive thing that I took from it. Other than that, you feel me? I wish I was able to be out more, collabing, talking to people, because being an artist, especially an up-and-coming artist, you could be as good as you want to, but if you're not getting out and talking, branching out, you only as good as you allow yourself to be. You feel me? I'm trying to talk, meet new people, get myself out there. So that's one thing that for surely hindered me. But other than that, yeah, I'm definitely glad I got to tone in on my skills.
Was not playing shows like something in the early days that kind of bugged you? Was that hard? Because I know for a lot of up-and-coming musicians, like, shows are where you get those opportunities.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, no, look, what's funny is that I was supposed to show the show in Oakland. I was supposed to do that like back in the beginning, like 2020, like for real, and then COVID pushed that shit back all the way to 2021. And I feel like everything happens for a fucking reason, because literally, I don't think I was really ready. Like I at that time, I was always ambitious, so I'll always put myself up. I'm ready. Oh yeah, give me that. You feel me? But in reality, at that time, I really wasn't where I needed to be yet, especially for no performance. So
what do you think you gained? Like, what were you missing back then?
Oh man, knowledge, confidence, and hits. I like, and the fact that I waited, or not even waited purposely, but it got pushed back so far to where I was able to create Paid. Like Paid, that was a song I performed, and that's one of those songs that's actually a great performance song. Like, it moves people. Like, that's the one that I performed recently, just the other night, and it just started off having people like gigging, moving, like everything, and if I didn't perform paid, I don't know how great the performance would have been. Because even in Oakland, I was moving people. You feel me? Like people wasn't moving for nobody, but they moved for me. You feel me? And that made me. It's like, oh yeah, like you have something. And so yeah, I feel like really that happened for a reason. It was definitely song choice as well, because song choice is a big part of performances, and it's the energy you bring with the song performance. Because if you perform in a slow song, it's not, I mean, there's crowds for that, but if you're trying to get your name out there, trying to be like have people like, oh, who is that? You gotta bring that heat for sure. So,
what were the 3 songs you performed?
I did Paid, I did Blockbuster, and I did another single that's actually not released yet. Okay. So I was just featuring that. I'm not even sure what it's gonna be called yet.
Yeah.
I literally have no title for it, but you'll know what it is when it drops, because it's gonna have a real big video to that.
Did that give you a good gauge on how people were feeling about it?
Oh yeah, I knew how people was gonna feel about it, because the way it made me feel that was the song that I wrote in 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's No, yeah. People definitely did respond how I expected them to. It's an upbeat song. It's a hard song, similar to Blockbusters, but a little faster. Yeah, it's hard, but I'm looking forward to that one for sure.
Word.
Production gonna be.
I want to ask about some of the samples on your new project, because I noticed that there were definitely more samples on the new project than there were on the old stuff for sure. Backstabber was one I liked a lot. What was that? What was that sample?
So that was what was the song? I think. I don't know.
Fire,
I don't know. I know the original song. I don't know what the name was. I think it was Backstabber still. But
it sounded like a soul sample.
Oh yeah. They smile in your face. Yeah. That's a song that always my grandma used to always have. My mom used to always play. And then just hearing that the sample is really what drove me to make that song. You feel me? Because listening, like, they smile in your face whole time, they want to take your place. The Backstabbers. And then that's when, I started just going off. Like, and then fake friends gonna shake hands, real recognize real, and I could tell that y'all pretend. I just wanted to go more into that, and that's why I said earlier, like, the beat really do drive this song. You feel me? I listen to the beat first, and the beat really do inspire me to go. And you feel me? On depending on how the vibe is, how the flow is. You feel me? And but yeah, it was up since then.
Were samples a bigger part of the process on this one? Because there were a lot of notable samples. Like Spazzing Out was another one I liked a lot.
Yeah,
there were a lot of samples on this project. Like, how did you usually, when you interject those in a song, like, do you come with those samples, or does your producer come with those samples, or how do you usually go about that?
Right. So honestly, 90% of them Johnsons from YouTube. So shit, at least on that one, 90% of them Johnsons from YouTube. So it was just what I heard and what I felt from from scrolling or from what was sent to me. But as of recently, like storytelling, that was a beat that was actually made for me from my boy Young Rue cooked it up. I've been trying to work with more producers or beat producers nowadays. Just get more things created for me, so I can work off of it, get more exclusive rights off of it and that type of shit, because that shit get expensive, boy. Like, beats off bat, and then the studio time, and the video, and then the promotion. God, that's like on one song, that's like more. That's a check. You feel me? Man, people don't understand that for sure, but
for sure they definitely don't.
It's a fun part of the struggle. You gotta go through it just to get to where you need to be. And I just I'm looking forward to getting to where I need to be, to where I'm getting all that shit back. Because I'm getting paid from it, but not. I'm still investing more than what I'm getting the payout.
Of course,
still,
yeah.
As of
you
right
have
now.
to in the early days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like you said, you gotta embrace that. You gotta embrace the fact that you have to dump everything into this, in hopes that in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're gonna get it all back.
I sell phones, yeah.
How much of a struggle, or not struggle, but how much of a just time commitment, time struggle is it to try to balance working full time and then being basically a full time musician? Like, are you like, is when you're recording, is it like you get off work, you go record type thing?
Yeah, that happened a few times. Yeah. Or get off work and I'm recording a music video. But as of now, like, there was a point where I was working at Tesla and it was really hard, because
Tesla is. Hey, shout out Xavi, my man Xavi. I interviewed him a while ago, but he's a rapper. He's out of Corona in LA. Dope guy. He told me all about the Tesla struggle, man. Oh my God, they abuse your shit.
I worked there for about 7-8 months, bro, and honestly, it was 12-hour shifts Monday through Saturday. Well, really Monday through Friday. God. Saturdays was optional. You feel me? But it was a time where
what does that even mean?
You feel me? Like whenever they want us to work Saturday, nigga, they throw that Saturday on there. We can't do nothing about it.
It's optional for them. It's not optional for you.
Exactly. You feel me? But yeah, there was a time where I was working those 6 days a week, 12 hours. You know. And it was definitely a struggle, bro. Like literally, my one day off, I'd be recording in the studio or recording a video or finding time to really like write. And that was around the time that I was recording the Goodmorning World. Goodmorning World was all my Tesla's time. Like, and I that was out of pure grind and struggle. Like that video. That was the only reason why I was able to afford that $1,000 music video because I was working them 12-hour shifts. But even now I'm selling phones. You feel me? Doing what I gotta do, it's more of a since it's more of a mental job. I have more, I don't know, energy, I guess. So if it's a little better and the shifts ain't as long, you feel me? And yeah, so it's definitely easier to manage now than it was then when I was working at Tesla. And also, I feel like that's also why I was able to really tone in and like start writing faster because I had the time now. So, yeah.
When you're at work, working to pay the bills, thinking, how much does that motivate you to want to make music work more? Because I know, for me personally, whenever I'm a waiter. Whenever I'm serving tables, man, and I get some complete dick who's screaming at me about some stupid food, it makes me want to make this work 10 times more than I did 10 minutes prior.
I hate working for other people. I swear to God, no. Like even them, like everything about clocking into the job makes me want to just grind with this music shit even harder. Cause every day I wish I was doing something else with my time. Like I could be out here doing this, out here doing that, like. And getting paid for it too, like having fun, getting paid to do what my version of fun is, you feel me? Which is exploring and just showing my talent and rapping and and collaborating with other people and building off of their talent and learning new things. But instead, I'm sitting here dealing with your cell phone problems and your services is this and the third. You feel me? You overpaying and so it definitely is a motivation at the end of the day. But yeah, it for sure is a motivation.
I feel like working with people's phone, I could only imagine how upset people get about stuff like that.
Oh my God, Brad. Yeah. I ain't finna even get into that. But yeah, that's a whole element in and of itself, bro, for sure.
Lots of Karens.
Man, you already know.
How do you feel, like, since you started making music forever ago, how do you feel you've improved as a rapper since then?
Well, my writings got faster.
Yeah.
I definitely have more knowledge of just the marketing and the promotion aspect and just the overall production aspect of a song. It's more than just a song. You want to make a song that you can actually build off of. You can get some visuals on, like even like adding more elements to my song. Like if I rap about a car, having that car engine revving in the background, or adding on like lightning to the song just to give it more effect. Like even like little shit that people might not notice, but that still adds to the song. Like it's just adding elements. And honestly, what's another way? Because what I'm rapping about, a lot of that type of stuff. I'm really rapping about the stuff that I'm seeing, a lot of stuff that I'm going through, a lot of stuff that I've been through, and a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be doing. You feel me? That's a lot of what I'm rapping about. It's more clear now.
What do you think you learned on the marketing end of stuff? Like, did you just how to push your message better, or?
No, yeah. So, because it's more. A lot of people think you just put a music video out and it's done. Marketing as like making sure that you're actually getting it to the right audience, knowing your audience, and knowing the right people to send it to, the right people that might know the right people. Cause like I know a lot of different artists. You feel me? Like shout out Sad Boy Dex. Like like people. There's a lot of different genres of rap and even just music in general. You feel me? So knowing artists and working with different artists and knowing your own style, you should work with the people that's going to like have an audience that's going to actually rock with you rather than you know, me working with a rock artist. You feel me? Like I'm a rapper at the end of the day. Like it probably would be a nice song, but at the end of the day, all my people that like rap aren't gonna go to that rock artist, you know, page and really rock with his shit, and all of his rock fans ain't gonna come to my page and fuck with my shit. So it's like at this point at the place I am right now is a meaningless connection. Because that right now, because I'm so focused on trying to build, that's really not gonna do much for anybody. Now when I'm trying to be where I have to be, or where I'm at where I need to be, you feel me? And I have my own established audience. I'm bigger where I really need to be. That's when I can have more fun with it. Yeah. Start, you know, tapping in and moving around. You feel me? Because that's when you can afford to. Right now, like I said, time is real valuable, and that's me putting my time writing something, recording it, for something that I know damn well it's not really going to do much for either of us at the end of the day. So it's really being more strategic on the people that you're working with as well.
Are you careful with your collaborators? Like, are there people you know, obviously you don't have names or anything, but I'm saying, like, are there people who, you know, you would rather not collaborate with versus other people? Like are you just, you know, picky with who you collaborate with?
Yeah and no. For surely, yes and no. I gotta vibe you. I gotta see how you are. I gotta see how serious you are with your music. Like, cause I'm not gonna just make music with nobody that's just, oh, I just want to make a song. Like, I know people that like never been in the studio, but like, oh, let's make a song. Like, I mean, nigga, okay, then what? Like, you feel me? Yeah. After that song, is you gonna continue making music? No. So like, you feel me? What's the real point of that? You feel me? Rather than really giving my taste and putting my all into a song for somebody that I see is grinding and trying to get their stuff heard, and I want to, you know, combine audiences. You know, the people that rock with me, I want them to rock with you, and the people that rock with you, I want them to rock with me, and that's how we build that mutual respect, and we build off of each other. You feel me? And that's really it's really tapping into people that are really serious about what they're doing. That's really what I'm picky about.
Yeah, makes sense. In terms of D1b,
yeah.
What are your biggest goals, like, for the next 5 years? Like, where do you see D1b going in the next 5 years?
Sure, I'm gonna watch this shit in 5 years too.
Yep. Or let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Where will D1b be in 5 years?
Ooh, setting the standpoint for myself. I like that.
Yes, sir.
All right, look, 5 years ago for me. Okay, so this shirt right here, you feel me? It was surely gonna be mandated, LLC, all that type of shit. You're gonna see it on jackets, shirts, baby clothes, you feel me? You gonna see it everywhere. We definitely gonna be, if not starting my own label, then at the point where I am starting my own label, because I'm trying to be independent. If I do happen to sign, it better be to a great fucking deal that actually makes sense, and it's distribution, just a distribution.
You own your shit.
Yo, you feel me?
Don't give anybody your stuff.
You feel me? And but even that's shaky. I'm trying to start my own shit, but nah, bro. Like, for surely, just continue to elevate in what you're doing. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want in the next 5 years, I want to be fucking at Lil Wayne status. Nah, but I definitely want to just be elevated at whatever I'm doing, just better. You feel me? Better at what I'm doing. Well, if it's still music, if it's still rapping, better at that shit. You feel me? Which I'm sure it will be, because I see that shit especially part of my future, because it's a big part of my DNA, who I am, for real. But,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Jay, I love your energy, brother.
Hey, it's always
I appreciate you.
Hey,
Tell them where to get Good Morning World. Tell them what you got coming up.
Good Morning World, available all platforms. You feel me? Spotify, Apple Music. I got some other singles out too. Blockbuster, Letter to EB. Catch all that shit out. YouTube. Make sure you tap into my music videos. That's where all my music videos are at. YouTube at D1b ENT or D1b Jay. You feel me? You'll find it. But it's always been a pleasure, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Look out for me. Y'all getting one too soon. I gotta get that jacket made just for you. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate that, man.
Just for you.
Hey, we got a DMB Entertainment x ATB collab coming.
Look,
Merch
stop
on
playing.
The way.
Stop playing.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate
Music
you.
matters.